How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, man.
Good.
Haven't seen one of these in years and years and years, man. Saab. I call them Saabs, man. What do you call it?
It's a Saab.
Yeah,
It's a Saab,
okay.
model 96.
Yeah, he said Saab. I said Saab. I don't know. But what a unique vehicle, man. I think these things were, I don't know, they were around for a while. People, you either love them or you hate them. I mean, look at the body on this thing, man. It's so unique, right?
It is,
Yeah.
it is.
How long have you owned it?
I've probably had this vehicle about 4 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's done some minor restoration to it, and we swapped out a motor from a oil mix motor to an oil injected motor to make it easier. That's all. It's a little bit more horsepower. Had a newer motor built for it, but it's a 4-speed on the column car, and it has a option for freewheeling, which is a lever inside. So when you're at highway speed, you take your foot off the accelerator, and it drops the drivetrain into neutral, so you don't run the motor without oil lubrication. So it just cruises, and you see how far you coast, and then you hit the accelerator again. So that's a pretty cool little vehicle.
Yeah, with that said, man, that thing it probably performs real smooth on the road, you know?
It's pretty smooth. You know, it's a little different than most vehicles to drive, but it's fun. It's fun. A very odd car, and I'm more of an odd car kind of guy, so,
Yes, all right.
you know.
Cool. Nice, man. Yeah, the overall body styling, man, whoever came up with that, they were different. What year is it?
It's a 67. And they used to race them in Sweden a lot. They used to slalom race them and do a lot of.
Really?
Oh yeah. They won several races and rallies with them. They're really big rally cars back in the day.
Yeah.
Yep. They didn't really do that great in the U.S. because they were 2-cycle, and a lot of people didn't want to mix gas with oil, and so then they went to a V4 later on. This is the earlier versions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's have a peek under the hood, man. Yeah, check out how this hood comes up, folks. Yep. You got to go that way and that way. There we go. Yeah, come around here. Let's see this thing. Yeah, look at this, man. What a tiny little, wow.
Yep, it's a 850cc motor. It's got 3 carburetors set up.
Yeah.
It has a oil tank where it has a sight gauge on the front. And you just fill your injection oil up. So it's almost like a boat. You fill your oil tank, and then you put straight gas in the gas tank, and it automatically injects it into the block, so it pre-mixes it for you. So it's pretty simple. I just upgraded from a generator to an alternator, so it wouldn't have an alternator issue. And it's all basically the basics. It's front-wheel drive, and it's almost like a Volkswagen where it's a pan underneath. It's not a frame. It's one skid plate the whole length of the car.
Yeah.
Yep.
One solid body, man.
Yep. The only real after modification is I have an electric fan on the front because we're in Florida to keep it a little bit cooler, and I have a fire extinguisher as an overflow tank just to make it look cool.
With a solid pan under it, man, you think it'll float?
You know, this thing could go through like 3 feet of snow and not get stuck.
Yeah,
that I could tell
wow.
you. Yeah,
cool.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Those 3 carburetors from factory, is that what you got to have with that?
Yes, they made it several different ways, but this is one of the setups that they had.
Okay.
Yep, exactly. It is a 3-carb setup.
I'm just looking at it going, why would you need 2 more carburetors? I mean, I guess there's a reason for it, on such a tiny little motor. More gas, more power, or something,
Yeah, it's 1 per cylinder, basically.
Yep.
It's a separated manifold, so each cylinder has its own setup.
Cool.
And then they're co-joined by the manifold, but it's a pretty simple setup, actually.
Man, that's cool. I learn something new every time out, man. I love it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the old low back bucket seats. Man, they were famous for that back in the day, right?
Yeah, and they're actually pretty comfortable. And the seats are set up where they're angled toward each other, so your footwells kind of face like a V because of the narrowness of cars. It's wide from the back, narrow to the front, so you kind of face like a V, so your feet are actually angled towards each other. But it's pretty comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah, the cushions are really soft, and it's good riding car. It's pretty comfortable. And like I said, it's simple gauges, and it's really was like their basic car back in the day.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Pretty simple.
And we honor you for keeping this one alive, man.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for showing it here on Hot Rod Madness.
You want to hear it?
Fantastic. Hey, before we go, let's hear it run.
All right, we can do that.
Fire that thing up. Let's hear it. Yes. And I'm guessing it's like a quiet little... There you go, folks. 3 little carburetors.